You're listening to Confessions of a Counselor podcast. Here we will talk all things mental wellness.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Confessions of a Counselor. I'm your host, Janice, and in this season we've done a lot of breathing together. We haven't talked a lot, and so in these last couple of episodes I thought that we would talk more. So to wrap up this season, I just want to really share about breathing and why it's so important and why we do so much of it in therapy and why I talk about it so much. Okay, so last time we talked about connecting our front brain and our hind brain together and bringing us back to the moment and recognizing when the busyness gets a hold of us. And so I think that it's really important when we start to talk about bringing alternative therapies into where we are in therapy today, that even using the term alternative therapies doesn't quite work, because it's just recognizing that there's so much now that we're recognizing that connects our brain and our bodies together, and that bringing those two things together in therapy is so very important. And breathing is the easiest way to do that. The easiest way to connect our mind to our body is through our breath. So when we look at the vagus nerve, it is the line that connects our minds to our bodies and allows us to go from that stress state, so that sympathetic nervous system state where we're worried and anxious and we're kind of always on a task, to that relaxed state, that parasympathetic state where we feel relaxed, we're rejuvenated, we're healing. Our breath is the easiest thing that brings us from that doing state into that being state. And so when we can bring that into therapy, when we can bring that in connection with our tools and our skills, then we start to see this more rounded picture. We start to be able to know that our minds and our bodies are connected, and then that's okay. That's a good thing to feel in our bodies and experience in our bodies, and know that it's safe to do so. That it's not scary to feel sad, that it's not problematic to be angry, and that these things will end, and that we can create a sense of safety in our bodies when we start to bring our breath in, and we know that we have the ability to feel and to be in this moment rather than future surfing or past surfing. So the breath is a really, really cool way to do this. So I hope that you enjoyed using all these different techniques, and that you can bring them in when you need that energy boost, or when you need to feel a decrease in anxiety, or you just forget to breathe and need a reminder to do so. So these episodes will always be there for you to be able to go back to and practice them and integrate them. And I hope that you found them really helpful. And we will see you next season. Okay, take care. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Confessions of a Counselor podcast is available anywhere you like to listen to your podcast, both on Apple and Android. New episodes will be released every Friday. If you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to join the conversation. Leave a review or subscribe to the podcast hosted on the Anchor app. All these details can be found at janicelyons.com. Until next time, take care.